Welcome to the 5th episode of our Northern Ontario Crownland Camping series. Please smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Also, a like really goes a long way towards helping us bring you more of these videos. Leave a comment and let us know what you think. Now, grab yourself a cold one, sit back, and join us as we explore remote and isolated lakes and campsites. When you last saw us, we were putting out a campfire in another gorgeous campsite. Now, we're off to explore and find another site to call home for the night. But first, let's see if the Subaru will make it out of here in one piece. To the next spot we want to check out. It should be a fairly large lake, a couple of sandbars, so we're going to try and see if we can get to one of the sandy spots and camp out there for today. It's getting close to lunchtime again. We had a bit of a late breakfast, a bit of a late start. It was kind of nice just having some peace and quiet for a little bit, especially with the traveling during the day through these tight trails. They're pretty rough. You get pretty sweaty. Every now and then have a couple of little trail repairs. Just finished one now. While I was trying to get out of the last spot, ended up hitting my exhaust a little bit hard, and it ended up bending it a little bit, and it was touching the drive shaft every time I was on decel. So anytime I was going downhill and it wasn't on the gas, it would rub a little bit. So pulled over, fixed that, and now we're cruising again. She's all ship shape, and we're heading to, as I said, our next spot. So hang tight and let's see if we can get to this other one. If not, we'll have to check out some other spots that we have as interest points on our map for this trip. So it looks like there's a little spot off to our right here. A nice little clearing. There's already a fire pit, but there's no water nearby, no lakes, no rivers. It gets pretty hot here. It's going to get pretty hot here today. It's going to be up in around 30 degrees for this in Fahrenheit. And I don't know, I kind of like taking a swim yesterday, and I really want to find a spot to dive off if it's possible, or yeah, so we're gonna keep looking, but it's always an option to come back to. It looks like it'll take a pretty large group, plenty of area for tents and for cars and so forth. But yeah, we're gonna keep looking. So we stopped to take a look at a noise in the front suspension, and right beside where we stopped, I end up seeing this sign. And if there's any of you climbers watching this video, and you know anything about this, just north of Sault Ste. Marie or south of Wawa, let me know, because if I look across the river, I see some pretty big cliffs over there. I don't know if they're multi-pitch or single pitch or trad or sport or what they are, but I can't seem to find a trail, at least off of this plowed area that the sign refers to for climbers to park at. But I mean, I have all my climbing gear with me, and so does Leanne. So I'd really like to know if we're back in this area. Unfortunately, we don't have any reception here to see if where the trail is, or what the beta to get to the climbing area is, or if it's still even accessible at this point, or how long it's been since somebody climbed it. But yeah, I can't seem to figure out how to get across, or even where the cliffs are supposed to be, aside from kind of what I can see through the trees. There's mighty nice cliffs over there. Goodness. Okay, anyways, I mean, we're gonna keep going. I can't seem to figure out where it is, and it's already 12 o'clock. So we need to get to a lake, get somewhere, make camp, eat, and then get started for tomorrow. Okay guys, so we got to one of the access trails for the lake, for one of the lakes we want to go to. It doesn't look too bad. Alright guys, well, it looks like we got up that last bit relatively unscathed. Upwards, it looks a little bit steeper, but not anywhere near as rough. A little bit rutted, but it's pretty much just mud and, you know, a couple of rocks here and there. A lot easier to avoid than that was. The road's looking alright. I'm hoping it keeps going all the way to the lake, because to go through that and not be able to get to this lake, I'll be a little bit sad, I'll be honest. Let's keep going on ahead and see if we can get to it. Alright guys, well, we had another little rough spot. It's pretty uphill, even steeper than it was earlier, but we got through it pretty quick. Just had to keep the momentum up for the most part, but here it's actually pretty smooth. A couple of little rough sections here and there, but it's not too bad. Exhaust decided to take a little bit of a hit again, so every now and then it's rubbing, but aside from that, it's all right. I'll just have to straighten that out when we get to the lake, and it won't be too bad. But it's looking pretty promising. The trail looks used, not overly used, but definitely used. So I think we'll be able to get through this with less. So we took an even smaller trail off the main trail, and it looks muddy in some sections here. So we're just going to try and get through. Oh goodness. I might winch out of this one, guys. They've got a big rock I'm getting hung up on. So I think it might be time to bring out the winch, but I'm gonna jump out and reassess and see what it looks like.
That's it for this episode. Here are some previews for the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe and don't miss it next week.